Hello students. The topic for today is diversity and inclusion at workplace. So you will get a brief idea of this topic in your course on managing human resources, and if you take HR as a specialization, then a detailed session on diversity and inclusion would be there in your course on advanced human resource management. So if I ask you to define workforce diversity, I'm sure the answer would be people from different cultures working together. Well, that's only a small aspect, because diversity at workforce goes much beyond that. Let me give you some background. Today we find so many women joining the workforce. Let me give you some background. A large number of women are joining the workforce. Young workers in the workforce are also increasing. Ethnic minorities proportion is constantly increasing in the total workforce. International exposure and expatriates are becoming common, as necessity for international experience has been felt for career progression for many top-level managerial positions. Diversity at workplace is used to describe a workplace composed of employees with varying characteristics such as different gender, age, race, ethnicity, personality, sexual orientation, language, educational background, different physical and mental abilities, and so on. There are several challenges of workforce diversity when you find so many different kind of people working together. So if workforce diversity is not properly managed by employers, it may produce problems like that of stereotyping, discrimination at workplace, tokenism, ethnocentrism, etc. Because of increasing workforce diversity around the world, the international managers will have to deal with the number of languages. For example, assembly workers at the Ford plant in Cologne, Germany speak English, Spanish as well as German. Similarly, Infosys has employees from over 70 countries, and women constitute more than 32% of their workforce. Diversity and inclusion at workplace is about appreciating differences between individuals and ensuring that each of these attributes and characteristics is valued, and that the participation of these employees is equal. Equality aims to ensure that all individuals have equal opportunities to succeed, and it prevents individuals from being discriminated and treated differently due to certain personality or physical characteristics. There are many organizations which have active diversity management on top of their agenda. For example, HUL employs rural women, the form of Shakti groups for promoting FMCG products. IBM is known to employ differently abled people. Star and Disney India have recently introduced business employee resource groups for women and LGBTQ plus employees to foster an equal, inclusive and diverse workforce. Blue Dart is all set to launch its first all-women service center in Navi Mumbai. Lemon Tree Hotel is an inspiring example of workplace inclusiveness by employing more than 600 persons who are differently abled in every aspect of hotel life. Recently, in 2020, the best CEOs for diversity as top rated by employees of color include Satya Nadella, an Indian from Microsoft, as number 1, Vlad Shmunik, a Ukrainian from Ring Central, and Sundar Pichai, and again an Indian, at the 3rd position. So what is diversity management? It's a strategy intended to foster and maintain a positive workplace environment to promote recognition and respect for the individual differences found among employees. It is important to maximize the potential benefits of diversity while minimizing its potential barriers. It can be done by encouraging employees to be comfortable with diversity in the workplace and develop an appreciation for differences in others that may not be shared by everyone working in the same area of company. Mr. Sundar Pichai, CEO, Google and Alphabet, says that a diverse mix of voices lead to better discussions, decisions and outcome from a person. Diversity, if managed well by the organization, may reap several benefits. For example, diversity in the workplace brings about an increased range of ideas from people with different backgrounds, skills and experiences, which fosters innovation. Similarly, companies with higher workplace diversity solve business problem, which is quite beneficial when it comes to planning and executing a business strategy. And a diverse workforce also helps to gain a broader understanding of customers, what they want and what they look for, because customers are also diverse. A diversity-friendly organization gets a wider talent pool to choose from. For example, if an organization focuses on hiring only male employees, it limits itself to only half of the population. And encouraging diversity can help to boost confidence and performance from individual team members, who will be more easily able to express their ideas before their colleagues and enjoy doing their work. Employees perform better in an environment where diversity and inclusion are top priority, as they feel more engaged and motivated to do well. According to a Deloitte survey, 83% of millennials are more engaged when they think that their company fosters an inclusive culture. Organizations that are diversity friendly are seen as good, more human and socially responsible organizations. Diversity and inclusion plays a huge role in attracting candidates, as it helps the organization stand out from the bigger firms. In a survey by Glassdoor, 67% of job seekers acknowledge that diverse workforce is an important factor when evaluating companies and job offers. Organizations which respect diversity have less employee turnover, as employees who feel accepted and valued are less likely to leave. Similarly, organizations with more diverse top teams are also seen to perform better financially. Now let's come to several guidelines that helps in managing diversity at workplace. First of all, it's important that there should be a commitment from top management that it values diversity. There could be mentoring programs by senior managers to identify promising women and minority employees and play an important role in nurturing their career progress, and to consider female needs, to consider female employee needs such as childcare and job sharing to prevent their turnover. They can have employee support groups to provide nurturing to employees who would otherwise feel isolated or lonely. There could be a diversity audit to review the effectiveness of various diversity initiatives that are taken by the organization. Recruiting from diverse talent pools to get access to a greater range of talent is important. A more diversified recruiting team and a diverse panel interview will be more attentive to diversity issue and will ensure that candidates are chosen solely based on suitability for the position. There could also be diversity training programs and sensitivity training program to create diversity awareness and educate employees on differences and how to respond to these in the workplace. And this would also help them in making them aware of their prejudices, biases and the perceptual errors that they make in judging others. To manage a diverse workforce, organizations need to ensure that they effectively communicate with their employees. To manage a diverse workplace, organizations need to ensure that they effectively communicate with employees. So policies, procedures, safety rules and other important information should be designed to overcome language and cultural barriers by translating the material and using pictures and symbols wherever applicable. So this brings us to the end of the video. As a sign off, I suggest all of you to do some browsing and try to find out some of the best practices followed by different organizations. We shall discuss the same in our class. Till then, happy learning to all of you. Thank you.